I'm so sick of these bellends. I'm just so sick of them. Just. Let's just have a look at the state.
Go and explain to their constituents about why unemployment is going up. But, Mr. Speaker, what is more worrying is that now he's flirting with Neil Kinnock's demand for a wealth tax. Let's be honest about what that means. This is a tax on all of our constituent savings, on their houses, on their pensions. It would be a tax on aspiration. Will the Prime Minister rule this out?
Mr. Fitcher says we shouldn't be asking them for advice.
We shouldn't be asking them for advice.
We will not be asking for their advice. What we did in the budget was stabilise the economy through the measures taken by the Chancellor. And what has that led to? 4 interest rate cuts. For mortgage holders, that's hugely important. Compare and contrast what happened to the Liz Truss mini budget. The fastest growth in the G7 in the first quarter of this year. Wages up more in the first 10 months of a Labour government than the 10 years under the Tories. So no, we don't need lessons from them.
Look at them all.
Speaker, he says he stabilised the economy. Has he spoken to any farmers?
What kind of circus is this? What is this? What am I witnessing here of them all shouting and acting like a bunch of animals? Like it's all pantomime, it's all theatre. They don't care. They're getting their 100 grand a year, whatever these idiots get paid, yeah. But they don't give a damn. They don't give a rat's ass what it means for me and you. It's all pantomime. They get to go to this theatre and, you know, do their little one-liners, and they all think it's all a big laughing joke, whilst working class people struggle. They find it funny. These are the people we have in charge.
Recently. It is time for him to take responsibility for the mess he is making. He has been in office for a year, and all we see is him congratulating himself on what a fantastic job that he has done. Nobody out there believes it. No, not even them. Not even them. What a weak chair. Mr. Speaker, he's congratulating himself. We can compare records. He talks about the fastest.
Let's not get it twisted. Yeah. Labour, Conservatives, same cheek of the same arse. Let's not get it twisted here. They can play these games in Parliament, but they're all the same.
Growing economy. We left him the fastest growing economy. We cut the deficit in every year until the pandemic. We got inflation down to 2%. On his watch, taxes are up, unemployment is up, inflation is up, and this weak Prime Minister has been forced into a series of chaotic U-turns.
Absolute circus. What are we doing? Honestly, and all these politicians do. All they do is they talk about tax. That's all they talk about is tax. What is the answer? Tax. Tax them more. Tax them more. Tax the wealth tax. I think it's time to look at the fraud that is being committed here, because that's what it is. We are being defrauded of our money and the tax that we give them. It is being stolen from us, and it's not being put to use. I think it's time, before they start talking about taxing us more and increasing the taxes, how about you reward people for working hard? You talk about, all these billionaires should pay more tax. Okay, fair dues. Maybe they should pay a little bit more tax. However, to drive them out and punish them for being billionaires, no. Reward people for becoming a billionaire in the UK. Keep them here so they can hire more people and inspire other people to also work hard to get to their level. But no, what do you politicians do? You sit in a circus arena, yeah, playing your stupid games, you know, practicing your one-liners, because that's what it all is. The night before, Keir Starmer's there, this woman's here. You know, I don't even know half these people. They're there practicing their one-liners, yeah, to get a little bit of a laugh in their circus. Oh man, it just makes my blood boil. And I tell you what, people are opting out. People are opting out, and that's the problem with the UK now. You see, the UK is turning into a cesspit, filth. The types of people walking around, the crime is up. It is becoming a DOS hole, and that's because we're led by these people who don't have a backbone. Don't have a backbone. Give our tax money away to people that don't deserve it. The amount of money laundering that is going on that we don't know about. We don't know where the money is. We need a system. And I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video this week about how we can use blockchain technology to track the tax. We should be able to track to the penny everyone that has contributed to the tax system. We should be able to track to the penny where it's gone, who it's gone to. We want to see the receipts, and we should be able to see it in a second. We should be able to open up an app, a government app, and go, right, where's this money gone? What's this? Where's this been spent? And we should also have input into that. Just because we put these idiots in power doesn't mean that we should they should make all the decisions about where the money's gone. Just because you're in power, because we've put you there, that doesn't mean that you can just start sending our money to Ukraine and giving it to all these people here and these people there. No, we should have a constitution. We should have some kind of contract where certain decisions go to vote, like sending billions and billions and billions of our money to another country. You put that to vote. You watch how the UK people vote, where that money goes, and I honestly believe that if that was to happen, some of that we wouldn't have sent all those billions to Ukraine. Let's just be honest, because people in this country want to see the money go back into this country, and the infrastructure, the roads, the trains, you know, the NHS, looking after the elderly, looking after the veterans, looking after the British people first. And I can 100% understand why people get pissed off, because these clowns think it's funny. FAFO. That's all I'm going to say to these politicians, because they're getting a little bit too cocky for my liking. This guy's face here on the screen, this is the type of politician we have in power, who doesn't take anything seriously, and they just see it as a game, like the Hunger Games, like the movie. This guy's going to find out. These people will find out eventually what the public think of them. Keir Starmer is going to find out eventually. You know, TikTok